How? Do you think I will let you marry the prince over my dead body?
And what if the person wey suppose protect you na the same person wey bury you alive? Not enemy, not stranger, your own twin sister. This no be love story. This no be ordinary village tale. Na story of jealousy wey get teeth, envy wey no sleep, destiny wey refuse burial. For one ancient village, two girls come this world same day, same face, but different spirits. One carry light, the other carry fire. When love, favor, and royal destiny choose one, the other say, over my dead body. She thinks say forest go hide her secret. She thinks say sand go silence truth. But destiny no dey die. Destiny no dey sleep. As this story dey go, secret go open mouth, ancestors go wake, and blood go confess wetin mouth no fit talk. Sit down well, hold your heart, because not everybody wey smile with you want you alive. This one go shock you till the very end. Deep inside the forbidden forest, where sunlight struggled to touch the ground, and ancient trees whispered secrets older than memory, a young woman dug into the earth with trembling hands. Sweat ran down her face, mixing with dirt and fear. This grave was not meant for an enemy. It was not meant for a stranger. It was meant for her own blood, her own twin, unconscious, silent, betrayed, buried not by war or survival, but by envy so deep it had learned to breathe. She believed the forest would keep her secret. She believed the soil would silence the truth. She believed destiny could be stolen if buried deep enough. But destiny was awake, and what followed would scar an entire village, shake ancestral powers, and remind the living that some things can never be buried, not even by blood. In the ancient village of Umuezi, where the moon often rested on rooftops like a silver blessing, and the ancestors were believed to walk with the living, a strange wind swept through the compound of Mama Nkiru one unforgettable night. Women returning from the stream stopped mid-step. Goats bleated nervously. The massive udara tree behind the hut groaned as though disturbed by unseen forces. That night, Nkiru, the gentle and soft-spoken wife of Okano, the village hunter, went into labor. Midwives rushed in carrying calabashes of warm water, burning herbs and sacred leaves. The hut filled with smoke and prayer. When the first baby slipped into the world, every lantern flickered as if startled. The child did not cry loudly. She only breathed calmly, eyes peaceful, face serene like a river at dawn. The eldest midwife whispered, "The child came with calm. She carries peace." They named her Amara. Moments later, the lamps shook again, this time violently. A cold wind rushed through the hut, though the night was still. The second baby arrived screaming, face clenched tight, eyes blazing with a strange fire, as though she had entered the world already fighting something unseen. The midwife staggered back. "This one came with struggle," she muttered. They named her Zenara. Two identical faces, two opposing spirits. That night, a rare second moon appeared in the sky, a sign the elders feared. Later, they whispered among themselves. Twins born under the second moon will fight for one destiny. Only one will rise. But that night, no one truly understood. As the girls grew, their differences sharpened like iron on stone. Amara moved like a gentle breeze. She woke before dawn to fetch water, swept the compound without complaint, and sang old village songs so sweetly that birds paused to listen. Her laughter brought calm. Her presence felt warm. Zinara, however, walked like thunder. Her steps were impatient. Her eyes constantly searched for attention. Whenever praise landed on Amara, Zinara's smile tightened. Whenever Amara was loved, Zinara felt robbed. Villagers began to say, "Where light stands, shadow never stays far." Mama Nkiru noticed something darker. There were days Zinara's eyes glowed with something old, something restless. Sometimes she spoke to herself behind the hut, whispering to the wind, laughing when no one was there. Mama Nkiru prayed. She bathed Zinara with protective herbs, tied red threads around her waist, and offered sacrifices at the shrine. But envy, when fed, grows teeth. Years passed. Then came the market day that changed everything. A royal procession from the powerful Okpara kingdom entered Umuezi. At its center rode Prince Kelechi, tall, composed, and kind-eyed. Though he came seeking skilled herbalists and palm wine masters, fate had other plans. Amara was carrying firewood when the royal horses approached. Startled, the bundle slipped from her hands. The prince demounted immediately and helped her gather the wood. When she smiled shyly in gratitude, something settled deep in his chest. "That is the woman," he whispered. That evening, the village buzzed like disturbed bees. Amara blushed. Mama Nkiru danced. Elders smiled. But Zinara stood in the doorway, fists clenched, eyes burning. When she overheard the elders congratulating Amara, something snapped. Something that had waited since birth. "I want to marry the prince," she demanded of her mother. Nkiru stared at her in disbelief. "The prince chose your sister. Be happy for her." Zinara smiled, but it did not reach her eyes. At dawn, Amara went to cleanse herself at the river, a sacred tradition before betrothal. She went alone. Zinara followed, silently. When Amara bent to fill her clay pot, Zinara lifted a heavy bowl. Her breath shook, her vision blurred. The shadow inside smiled. She struck. Amara collapsed. "You will not walk into my destiny," she whispered. "I will walk into yours." She dragged her sister deep into the forest, dug a shallow grave, and buried her alive. The forest went silent. But Zinara did not see Chibuzo, a young palm wine tapper, watching from above. He saw everything. He dug Amara out with bleeding hands and carried her to his grandmother, Mama Oku, a feared healer. "The only no good die easy," the old woman said. "Light cannot be buried." While Amara healed, Zinara returned to the village wearing her sister's face, her voice, her smile. But a mother knows. Mama Nkiru felt it in her bones. Only one twin stood before her. The village searched. Whispers grew. The prince arrived. Doubt spread. At night, Zinara heard voices beneath the ground. In mirrors, Amara stared back. "You cannot steal destiny," the whisper said. On the wedding morning, the drums stopped mid-beat. From the village gate, Amara walked in. Alive. White cloth glowing, eyes calm, spirit unbroken. Zinara collapsed screaming, "I buried you!" The truth spilled like blood. The elders rose. The prince stepped back. The ancestors had spoken. Zinara was banished to the evil forest. Amara married Prince Kelechi, not with pride, but with humility. And the elders taught the children, you can bury a person, but you can never bury destiny. Some say that on quiet nights, a woman's voice still echoes from the forest, calling in regret. But destiny does not answer.